Hello everybody! Today we're going to do some access lists. We're going to configure some access lists now. Already set up the topology. I'm going to show you all. Show IP interface brief. This is our IP addresses for our interface. I've already put up some hosts as well, so that I can easily configure our access list for today. Unfortunately though, I can't do the same with our hosts or our Mozilla OS. Also, I haven't actually configured hosts into them. And another thing that's quite a sad thing is that the iOSs or for these routers, specifically 7200 and 7200 VM iOS, doesn't have DNS enabled, or to be precise, it doesn't have IP DNS servers enabled. It does have that in the DHCP, but I've tried it and it doesn't seem to work. So which means that all these IP hosts, all these domains can't be advertised to the network. So I can, for example, I can ping R1 here. To ping R1 for testing. It succeeds, however, this one as well, ping R2. Succeeds, however, when we go to this to our Mozilla. Make sure, yeah. And we ping R1. Our router doesn't advertise the domain of R1. So yeah. Also, I have added a web server so we can test out permitting and denying HTTP ports or protocols. So as you can see, let's test this out first. I guess 1.3.2. Yep. And we can also ping 2. We are not connected to the internet, by the way. This is our own little topology. For example, if your own company has a HTTP server for various reasons. So let's do it. Now, what is an access list? An access list is basically your firewall. And how do you apply access list? Well, first we're going to configure the router, and we're actually going to add access lists. Now, there are mainly two types of access lists, mainly standard and extended. You can also use access lists to control or permit and deny using MAC addresses, but for now we're just going to focus on standard and extended access lists for CCNA stuff. Now, what's the difference between IP standard access list and IP extended access list? Well, access list standard is basically only has a source. So for example, we're going to see deny deny host, let's say site. Yeah, let's just say deny site. As you can see, host site. It's host site. Host site. Then access list 99 permit any. Alright. By configuring this one, and then we're going to add it into the interface. Now, it is important to know that when you're adding an access list, you must choose which interface you're going to use it for. Now, we've denied the source or the attacker, so this is our attacker or source. So it's going inside fast internet 10 and or it's going outside of gigabit 00. So you can choose. I'm going to choose gigabit 00 since if for example we have uh, another connected interface here and we want them to access site, if I cut it off here, then we won't be able to get the site. Basically that's it. So let's put it here and let's say IP access group 99. The way to choose between in or out is if it's either going if it's you put your reference point, your interface, then look if the packet or data is coming out of the interface or inside. In our case, it already went inside the router and it's going outside of gigabit 00. So we're going to put out. And so we're going to test it now. We're going to ping 192.168.3.2. Works here. However, it shouldn't work in the VNC. In fact, yeah, pinging it doesn't work as well as. However, we couldn't. Minimize. Let's do it again. Because it is HTTP after all, if we already recorded it. There we go, we can't access the site. That's the first one. That's how you use standard access list. Now, let's go on to the second one. Now, I think we can telnet to R3, right? Nope, because we haven't set the lines here. So connect-T, we're going to set a line VTY 014 or 0 to 15. We can telnet 15 hosts same time. Pass is pass, and we're going to log in. So timeout is say infinity. And now if we telnet again, R3, and we pass, there we go. Now inside, exit, and exit. Okay, you have already done that. You have proven that we can telnet into R3. Now once again, let's deny it. So, for example, I don't want anything from 10.0.0 from that network 10.0.0 to actually telnet into me or into my router. So connect-T, we're going to use access list telnet. Wait, extended. What the hell? Access list. Can I extended? Extended. Yeah, no. Seems like I can't use words right now in these routers, but you usually can use words if you're going to use extended access list. But since I can, so site access is 199. Deny. Okay, here is it. Here is the main difference between I extended and standard. As you see in standard, you usually just use one. You don't have any options of what you will deny. You will just deny the source, or whatever host source it is or network, and that's it. However, in access list, you usually choose to either deny ICMP or the pinging or Internet Control Message Protocol, TCP, UDP, or IP. Now, there are no concrete way on whether to deny TCP or UDP, but usually you control TCP or you use TCP if whatever your port is going to use requires stability security and reliability as such, whereas UDP doesn't need. In fact, it just throws out anything, and it doesn't care if it's actually received or not. It is faster though, so for our security purposes, usually you would use TCP. You will use UTP for DNS, DHCP, because it doesn't care if its job is to be a server. It's just to route the information, and it doesn't care if the client actually receives it. That's a client's problem. TCP, however, needs to have a proper communication connection, you can say. So let's try denying a network. So let's deny telnet of 192. I can use deny, right? Deny TCP of the source address that 168 that 2.0. Since it's /24, we're going to use wildcard bits, so 0.255.255.255. If you have let's say /25, you'll need to use the blockchain. So if it's /25, you will need to use 0.0 0.128 for /25, but in our case /24, so it's only 255. So this is our attacker, this is the attacker, and this is the one that we don't want. And what's the source? The host should be let's say we don't want any of these telnetting into 11.0.0.0.1 or telnetting to R3. And EQ or equals, or what port or equals port that we will use. In any case, we can use telnet of 23, or just write telnet. Yeah, I haven't put R3 so we're going to manually put it. So this is 11.0.0.1.2. Okay, and then we're going to permit any permit IP any. So we're just going to deny TCP. Now, why do I append this permit IP any? Because access lists are inherently have IP deny any at the last part, and as you know, access list follows this thing. So access list was this. It reads from top to bottom. So if I didn't put this one permit IP any, it will deny any. It also have the last part of deny any here. So I will be denying everything. That's why ASA firewalls have a default function of denying everything in their outside interfaces. So that's why. So then we're going to configure it into an interface. Let's choose an interface. So if I want, this is 11.0.0.2, so I don't want anything coming from here coming into this router. So I'm going to deny it in here. So it's coming inside. So interface fast Ethernet 1/0. So I'm going to IP access group of 199 inside. So it's coming, the data is coming inside. And now then, if we go to telnet to R3 and telnet to R3, still went in. Why? Because because this isn't part of this. I still need to deny 11.0.0.1. So exit. Partially, I can't append it, so going to have to I don't need to add the access group anymore. I'm just going to remove the access list, or I will try to use this one. Let's try to 15. Does this work? I hope it does work. Alright, IP access list. IP access is 199. I'm adding a 15. I hope it appends. So let's deny TCP of 192.168.2.0. I'm going to do 11. Host of 1 to host of 002 EQ telnet. Which work, hopefully. Nope, it doesn't. So therefore I'm going to remove the IP access list. Access list 199. We're going to add an IP access list. It's yeah, it's 199. Still doesn't work. I get it now. So access is 199. Going to deny 2.168.2.0 with the 5, and from the our network of deny TCP, deny the protocol. So that's 11.0.0. That's 0, which is 0.255.255.255, and EQ of telnet, and we're going to permit so access list 199, permit any IP any. This should now suffice to show access list. So the 90 CPU 111, so we're going to deny this network from telnetting to any to the end of telnet under 000. So we didn't change the IP access group. We shouldn't be able to telnet to R3. Pass. We can still telnet to R3. Oh, there it is. I didn't enable pass and pass. We're doing inside, however, we failed again. So instead of that network, we're just going to turn FT. No. So access list 199, access list 199, deny R2, deny TCP R2, R2 host R3, EQ host R2, EQ telnet. That should suffice. Yeah, I don't know R3, so let's go to 11.0.0. 1. We're gonna deny that. Oh crap. Okay, so okay, not 2 and also 192.168.3.1. Yep. So access is 199 permit IP any should still be able to ping, but we don't be able. Permit TCP any permit IP any. IP is everything, is every internet protocol, and TCP is under IP, same as UDP is under IP, same as ACP is under IP. So, and right now this should not work. Come on, guys. Still works. And I shouldn't be able to actually tell it to them. Why am I able to tell it to you? I'm gonna write this out as what? How about let's use site. Yeah, let's use site. So connect once again I'm going to interface to fast Ethernet 1/1. No IP access group 199 inside. I'm going to site and let's try telnet. So I can use telnet here. Can I use telnet? Yes, I can use telnet. Exit. So we're going to use this one. So connect, we're going to IP access Ubuntu extended Ubuntu. So these are extended access list. Then we're going to write deny host 192.168.3.3 from host 192.168. Deny TCP. Hold on. 3.1. There we go. Deny UDP, just making sure that this should work, and then the permit IP and so we can still ping them. Exit. So interface fast. Interface gigabit 0/0, and we're going to IP access group of Ubuntu it's going inside the router and show access list. So we have Ubuntu and which means that I should be able to ping 1 and 2. Yes, still able to ping. Let's start the telnet. 3.1. Yes, see, we are now unable to connect the remote host. No route to host, but we are able to ping the host. So we have successfully filtered out R3, telnet from R3. Now if you want to use the network again, let's try, let's ping 3.1. We are able to ping that, right? How about if we don't allow this to ping? So let's T, let's see, IP access. We're going to use the extended, again, select extended ping. So we're going to deny how about this? We're going to deny ping here, but we're going to allow them to access the site. How about that? No, how about we deny? Yeah, we're going to deny the ping, but we're going to allow access to site. So let's say and we're going to use networks. For example, this is a porn site and we don't want them to access the HTTP server, but we still want to able to telnet because I don't know where the management site, I guess. So let's do that. IP access these. We're going to deny ICMP of what? 192.168.0.0. Since this is 0.0. So what? Karma to pipe. So host site. You don't need to add a port. Permit TCP to 192.168.2.0.0.255 for host site TCP, and we have HTTP, right? ABC. So equals. Can you also write greater than if you've forgotten it? CD H. Oh crap. www or World Wide Web HTTP. I'm going to permit any permit IP any. Actually, we could have just written permit IP any since we only wanted to deny one thing, but it's fine. Let's do this the right way. So access this Ubuntu and that. So we're going to add ping into an interface. So we want this full one to be, it's going inside this faster inside again. So interface fast 1/1, or we can use gigabit, either it doesn't matter. Group of ping inside and show access. So in ping we deny pinging from this one, but we can still access the web. So let's go to A. Network is unreachable. There we go. Let's check first. Let's check if that's really the case. So ping that 2.2. Yes, turns out I haven't configured the network. So we're going to add that 2.2. Gateway is 1. There we go. Apply. Name server is 168.2.1. Exit. Oh, we are able to ping. It's a problem, huh? Shouldn't be able to ping. Yeah, I need more practice in this one. And still able to do that. Which means that we haven't really done anything right now, I guess. Oh, because 3.1, idiots. no IP access list ping, and go to add extended ping. We're going to add another ping. This time go to deny the ICMP of 192.168.2.0.0.255. If you're going to use that /25, remember 128, but we're not, so it's fine. Just reminding you about the blockchains. So, of host 192.168.3.2 or server EQ www. I have a mistake. Because it's ICMP. Permit IP though any. Show access group. Show run S access on 99 TCPIP. So B access group. So first, there it is. Ping is done. Inside, then done. There we have it. We can't ping, however. Trying to remove the ping. Let's see if we can. Let's see that 3.2. Yep, we can still access it. So that's about it. That's how you use GNS3 to check your access list skills, and a simple review for your access list. So thank you, and come watch again. I will be making another more review sensitive video for IP access list. This is, however, the more, how do you say this, dynamic, entertaining video, because you can actually see the HTTP servers being blocked or being allowed or permitted to, not just permit an IP. So that's basically it. If I had a FTP server and we should check it out, if it works, I would put it. Same with telnet, SNMP, or other such ports or protocols. So thank you for watching, and like and subscribe for more videos. Oh, also I registered myself in Micro Academy. I'll be starting to create a a more professional looking video and a up to date videos like this. So if you want, I'm going to update my channel and show you a link to the lecture that I will be making. The lecture will be more formal, and it will include a up-to-date, proper learning system, not just this bite-sized script. So if you want to learn some more things to learn from me, just type away. And I'm planning to make the production quality a lot higher. Thank you, and like and subscribe as well.